Hello everyone, my name is Faith Augustine and I am a clinical social worker. So today I'm going to be talking about the emotional imposter, how to tell if it is a bad day or it is a brain breakdown. Now, if it is a bad day, we term it as a sadness. If it is a brain breakdown, we term it as major depression disorder. The objective of this presentation is to empower you watching me today with the knowledge to be able to distinguish accurately the difference between the temporary feelings of sadness and the major depression disorder. In the society today, everybody has a God-given ability to display different emotions regarding to the different situations we all face. Sadness is one of it. Sadness is a normal thing in life. It is a normal human emotions that one experience maybe when faced with disappointment, when faced with the loss of a loved one, or when things aren't going the way you think or you plan it to be. So it is very, very natural for you to feel sad. But this sadness doesn't stop you from eating, doesn't stop you from going to work, it doesn't stop you from going to school, it doesn't stop you from doing anything, hanging around with friends, going for parties, occasions. It doesn't stop you from you still maintain your daily routine, and this sadness doesn't last for a long period of time. It could be 1 hour, could be 2 hours, it could be a day, it could be two. But depression is a very serious mental illness. It's also called mood disorder. This is when you have a low mood disorder. This is completely you lost interest in the things that were pleasurable to you. You no longer want to do them again. You want to stay alone. You withdraw yourself from your friends, from the activities that were pleasant to you, the things you were up on, your passion, the things you were so passionate about. You withdraw yourself from them. This is depression, and depression lasts for 2 weeks and more. It lasts for 2 weeks and more. This is when you have difficulty in sleeping, or you are sleeping too much, you're becoming very lazy, and you are having these suicidal thoughts. You are also having a guilt, this experience guilt, blaming yourself for a lot of things, saying the world is against you. When you start having these feelings, depression has really set in. Depression has set in. So how do you work out this? How do you work out with this sadness, either sadness or depression? If you are sad, you have a coping skills that can help you. And coping skills are the strategies that you use to manage stress, which we have the exercise, physical exercise, we have the meditations, we have affirmations, we have telling what you feel to a friend, consoling in a friend, and going out to meet people, and look, those are the coping skills. But if it is a depression, you need to seek a professional medical intervention. It is very, very important that you seek a professional medical intervention. Now, I want to bring this to your notice that if you notice a friend, or you yourself, you feel that there's this persistent sadness that I've been having for a long period of time. Sometimes I feel like killing myself. Sometimes I blame myself for a lot of things. You need to see a psychologist. Actually, you need to see a professional therapist. You really need it. Or maybe you have this sadness for maybe sometimes the sadness often comes once in a blue moon. Anytime you experiencing sadness, it is very, very important you use your coping skills. And like I said, the coping skills are strategies that you use to manage stress. You can do exercise in your house, you can do meditation, close your eyes and imagine good things around you, or you can as well visit people. Just go out to be the kind of person that like visiting people or hanging around with friends. It's fine, you can just go out, hang around with friends. But if you notice that this sadness has been persistent for 2 weeks and is taking your joy, please, please, and please, and please, you need to speak out. You really, really need to speak out. Or if you notice that your friend, your colleague, or your brother or your siblings, any of them is experiencing these symptoms that I have highlighted, symptoms of this depression, please, you really, really need to speak out. He or she really needs to see a psychologist. He or she needs to see a therapist on it. So thank you so very much for listening to me this wonderful morning. Do have a lovely day. God bless you.